want to just pile on to the skinhead freak tattoo practice mat Idubbbz himself. I want to make fun of this guy again in his fallout after the whole content deputy slop Maximus. I reacted to his content deputy live on stream. It was dumb. It was just dumb. It was so bad. There was nothing about it that was even a little good. But I saw Morbid Pegasus made a video on this, and I figured we could cover it, have a little bit more fun on making fun of the weirdest skinhead on the internet.
You were triggered by this CPS harassment thing.
Okay, Idubbbz is just...
Oh, you're triggered by CPS showing up to your house and threatening to take your kids? That's crazy. You're crazy, Ethan. Ethan, you're crazy, Ethan.
dropped a content deputy video on H3H3, and this might be the single worst video Idubbbz has ever uploaded. He really did shave off half his brain cells with that haircut. Modern day Idubbbz kind of feels like what happens to you after Dementors from Harry Potter suck the happiness out of you.
By the way, like, could you imagine if a Dementor, like, changed its direction from sucking the life out of you to sucking the cum out of you? Oh, dude. I would live in Alcatraz, bro. I wouldn't even be like I wouldn't even need a crime to go there. I would apply as a guard, right? I'd be one of the people that like keeps the front door closed, and I'd just like sneak in. I'm like, come here, Dementor, that is, and I'd just like let them like suck the cum out of me until I weigh like 10 pounds. I'm just skin on bone.
For like 24 hours straight. But anyways, I kind of expected Idubbbz to actually take some of the criticism from the internet from his last Content Cop video.
Fuck no, dude. He never takes the criticism of anything. Look how he handled the Froggy Fresh situation, bro. Dude just spurred out because somebody had the audacity to work with somebody he didn't like.
You know, since he learned empathy at the age of 30. But no, instead he doubles down. He implies that Ethan deserved to have CPS.
By the way, I'm like a 67-year-old man, and I still am looking for empathy. I've been trying like a motherfucker. I go outside, I check the mailbox, I look behind the glory hole that is my backyard's fence. I just got one built in there. I look inside. All I see is still are like people with like barnacles on their dick, and I'm like, no empathy there. I just keep trying, dude. Maybe I'll overturn a rock one day, and I'll find an empathetic bone in my body.
Called on his kids over an internet argument. He says how it was perfectly fine to leave out that context in the main Content Cop video and literally manipulate millions of people. He also blames Ethan for ruining their charity event when it was literally Idubbbz's fault for posting the Content Cop in the first place. He says that Ethan was triggered by the CPS call, which is probably one of the most insane things I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, let's just check this video out.
Yeah, dude, it's so... this whole thing comes off so bad, dude. His fucking content deputy was the dumbest bullshit I had ever seen, bro. It was basically like unabashed retardation just flooded onto the screen, bro. Everything that he says as a complaint is something that he does himself. So it was just the biggest projection piece I've ever seen, dude. Bro was projecting so hard that it was making him cum his own pants.
What are you saying?
I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would
suck Hasan's dick. He would act like an adult, just crawl on all fours, sneak into Hasan's house like that bitch from The Evil Within 1 where she looked like a spider. He's like, and then just attach to Hasan's penis because Idubbbz wants to show him the way, because Idubbbz has been like glazing and sucking as hard as he possibly can, that he's mad that Ethan thinks that it's beneath him to suck Hasan's cock. Now he's like, you think it's beneath you? Motherfucker, what am I then?
Keep the attacks directed at me and Anissa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that, because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anissa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
I don't know if you know this, but last year they lost $250,000. To be charitable, you actually have to give money to charity.
Yeah, Idubbbz just doesn't like people pointing out that he mismanaged the funds in a charity event and lost $250,000. He doesn't actually.
By the way, there's a narrative going right now, and I saw this narrative happening when I watched the content deputy, that people were going to be retarded and believe what this dipshit had to say. His charity event lost money And he went and had a live stream, and his live stream made money for charity. His event made zero money for charity, but a live stream made money. So get the fuck out of here with, oh, well, the event made, and it's funny because people are like, well, why would you criticize him for making money for charity? I'm not criticizing him. I am criticizing him. I'm criticizing the fact that his event lost money and he had to fucking do a dildo stream, fucking suck the farts out of my ass stream to make this money for fucking charity that he lost.
People mentioning that he literally threw a gala/party with money that was supposed to be going to charity. And of course he doesn't like people mentioning that he did a bunch of extra expenses for no reason and essentially ruined the charity event. And as I've said in the past, convincing people that the event would generate money for charity when it didn't is borderline scammy. And in my opinion, if you ever fail a charity event of this scale, you should never be allowed to host one ever again because you just can't be trusted. So no, I don't blame Ethan for criticizing your charity event because the last one you royally messed it up. Also, he talks about how Ethan should act like an adult when you were the guy doing the Fortnite L dance in your video saying, "Wake up, Ethan." Weren't you the guy who also literally
Dude, I kind of think it's funny they bought all those fucking Zins, right? They bought all those Zins. It just seems like a waste of fucking money. What, you could have, like, each one of those cans is like $6 or some shit. You could have given that money to one of these causes you care so much about instead of spending them for the dumbest fucking skit in the world.
Contacted some random dude to change Ethan's apology grading to a lower number because you didn't think his apology was good enough. Sounds pretty childish to me. Now this next part, Idubbbz for some reason thinks that the internet is on his side.
He's highlighting this post that equates Creator Clash to a crypto rug pull. He's saying the event—
By the way, I really do feel bad for LA Beast and a lot of these boxers that were put in the fucking middle of this shit. Harley as well. All these people were put in the middle of this shit because this dipshit had to wake up and decide to stab his best friend in the back so that he could get Hasan's jizz in his fucking nose.
Is gonna be worse than TanaCon. Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Ela. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
Yeah, dude, you better be careful, Ethan. Ethan, you better be careful or the internet's not going to like you, Ethan. You might lose subscribers, Ethan. Like, dude, fuck off. Dude, there's gonna be one day where he's gonna slip up, and we all know he's gonna fucking say one shit out of line, and the entire fucking glaze session he's been giving the community of Hasan is gonna turn on him, and it's gonna be hour-long compilations of him saying the N-word.
Hey dumbass, it's me, the internet. We don't blame Ethan for the event's failure. We actually blame you, Idubbbz. We blame you and your group of disgusting goons that relentlessly harass and bully people. And when people finally give you a taste of your own medicine, you play victim and cry to the internet hoping they'll forgive you. People are sick of listening to hypocritical skinwalkers such as yourself. And how can you talk about taking accountability when you literally just blame the failure of your event on Ethan? You were the one who made the content cop out of the blue, unprompted.
Well, again, dude, he did the same thing with Creator Clash 2 where he took accountability later, but he should have taken he shouldn't have caused as much drama, and he should have kept his fucking mouth shut before Creator Clash 2. He literally refused to let Sam Hyde come, so he refused like $10,000 in charity money there. He then attacked Froggy Fresh, which all the Froggy Fresh fans and all the people who thought that Froggy Fresh got fucked over in that situation who weren't going anymore, that's lost for money. It's all about ego for this motherfucker. And like, I think it's so funny when these guys like feign to some fucking cause or something that matters to where they can use it as a shield. They're literally taking up cancer kids with their shaved heads and like holding them in front and be like, this kid can't be saved unless if you criticize me. It's so fucking gross, dude. It's like the type of shit a Batman villain would do. Oh, you can't punch me. I got a cancer kid right here. Look, you're gonna punch the cancer kid? You'd really punch a kid with cancer? Oh, you're a bad guy, Batman.
The one who decided to partner with Hasan, Denims, and Frogan. You knew these people were very controversial and very hated, and you did it anyways, and you ruined the charity event again. Actually feel some shame, man. This is just sad. Then Idubbbz says that he's stepping away from Creator Clash, and how convenient is that? You step away when the event is crashing and burning.
Yeah, dude, it's just captain leaving the ship. What a douchebag, bro. Again, like, I think it was the right choice, but he should have done it before he dropped that video. He should have like reached out and said, hey, I am dropping out of Creator. I want everybody to know I'm dropping out of Creator Clash. I am going to make I'm going to have Creator Clash make a statement that we are not going to be involved, so that my next actions going forward have nothing to do and don't put any weight on you guys, because I have some future videos and some future plans that are going to put some people in some tricky positions, and I don't want to be associated with that. Well, look how fucking hard that is to do, but Idubbbz can't fucking do that. Idubbbz doesn't actually understand how to be an empathetic fucking normal human being. He's like, oh no, my friend's going through CPS. I'm gonna make a video where I shit on him and use only clips that have to do with the CPS situation and omit it entirely because I'm a fucking scumbag.
Burning and remove your name off of it.
Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any ownership. We are, I think just going to be known as the founders of the event. I can't keep my mouth shut.
Bro, they're just gonna be known as Michael Keaton from that movie about McDonald's. That's all they want to be known as. They just want to be Michael Keaton, guys. Just leave him the fuck alone, dude. Stop talking about how beat up Anissa's clit is because of OnlyFans. Stop talking about how she watches Idubbbz get fucked in the ass by Hasan. Let's not do any of that, guys. Let's just focus. Let's just focus shit up, okay? Let's go back to when I was the hero all the time.
I can't, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I want to be honest. You're going to talk shit like a foul beast on the internet, or you're going to have a charity event. It really can't be both.
So you just admitted that it is your fault that the event failed. You couldn't keep your mouth shut. You decided to attack and pick a fight with Ethan.
Again, dude, I like that I'm watching this because I'm getting a little bit more coverage that I missed, the stuff that I wanted to bring up, but I was so just baffled by how fucking retarded the entire video was. But I do think a lot of people are missing the fact that he did not keep his mouth shut the fucking Creator Clash 2. I think it needs to be reiterated time and time again that he's trying to create this narrative that this was enough, he'd had too much, he's kept his mouth shut in the past, when he didn't. He caused drama like this before. It was just like, I have videos talking about like my early commentary shit when I was like kind of just dipping my toe in the pussy of commentary. I literally talked about him talking shit and like putting the shit in jeopardy. Now, I don't think I brought up Creator Clash that much because I was more just clowning on Idubbbz, but it led to this shit happening.
And that's why the event is crashing and burning and all the main fighters are pulling out. You decided to get political and you partnered with a bunch of extremists. I mean, what did you expect was gonna happen? You think people will just accept your terrorist-supporting, grapes-denying friend? People actually have standards, and they probably want charity done by actual good people who they can trust. And I just love how this weasel is pulling out now after ruining everything and acting like he's doing something noble here.
By the way, first chance Hasan got, and this is so funny, dude. This takes me back to that when there was this Jake Weddle guy who came out against Mr. Beast, right? And he made this video where he kind of like made an appeal to Hasan and he made an appeal to like Hasan and Bosch. He made an appeal to Hasan and Bosch to cover it. And I remember thinking like, you don't want to fucking tie your horse to these people. They will burn you the first chance they got. And I made a comment at that time like saying, bro, I would be careful. I already didn't like Jake Weddle, but I was like, listen, dog, I wouldn't appeal to those motherfuckers. And he like, you mad, bro? He got all like fucking snippy back at me. And I was like, all right, dude. And like his situation fucking cratered. They never talked about him. They didn't fucking care about him. But this example right here is what I was trying to reiterate, because right now Hasan, every chance he gets, he is throwing Ian under the bus. Like, I had no creative control in that video. Take that up with Idubbbz. Oh, if something's wrong, it's Idubbbz's fault. Oh yeah, I can't go to the event. It's gonna be too toxic for me. I'm gonna get problems if I go to the event. I don't want to do any of that. I'm not gonna push. Dude, it's so lame, dude. First chance Hasan gets, if it looks like it's gonna cause him any problems, he will throw any motherfucker under the bus. He's one of the most disgusting and disingenuous people out there. You really don't want to tie your horse to this motherfucker.
Be the least you could do after tanking a charity event, bro. And don't worry, people are not gonna forget. You wanted everyone to forget about Creator Clash 2 and how you lost so much money? Well, you just refreshed everybody's memory.
It's still happening, June 28th. I'm just not going to be involved in it. Please, for the love of God, support this event. You know, I feel like in some ways I'm like cutting off an arm so that I could escape the bear trap.
Wow, Idubbbz, you're so noble. You're sacrificing.
Dude, he's sacrificing the event so he can save himself. The event was his arm, and it was a Freudian fucking slip. He's worried about like looking like an asshole again for failing at a charity event, and he doesn't want to have to do a long stream where he begs because he knows it won't. He can't get that shit to work a second time. The first time he got sympathy on his side because he apologized for his past content, and everybody made the excuse that, oh, you're just mad at Idubbbz because he doesn't say the N-word anymore, and he had the internet on his side for 2 seconds. But now he's alienated everyone to the point that if he tries to do this charity event and he fucks up, Hasan's gonna tip on him because Hasan doesn't fucking care about him that much. He's a useful fucking idiot for Hasan right now, and then he's not gonna be able to make the money back, so he's cutting off the bleeding arm. He's cutting off the bleeding arm. That was his analogy, and he realized he fucked up. He should have just taken that out of the video.
Yourself here. Is that available in your course on empathy at the age of 30? Listen, I honestly do not trust a single word this guy says. Him and his group of snake friends have been caught lying so many times that I can't trust that you somehow don't have some sort of stake in this, all right? Maybe he's being honest, but judging by the way he treats his former best friend and completely lies about him and smears him, how do I know that he's not snaking us too, that he doesn't have some sort of a hidden stake in this event? I'd much rather someone else put on a charity event and everyone go support that. Literally anyone but Idubbbz. Now, Idubbbz talks about how he's so offended that people call him and his friends anti-Semitic.
By the way, I saw something here in the background. It's fucking Howard Stern. And I think it's so funny, this correlation that we've had from all the old edgy people on the internet, all the people that were unabashed and, oh, we're for free speech. We really care. We're fucking right there for you guys. Now they all ladder pulled. Every single one of them. It is one of my biggest criticisms of Ethan Klein, and it's why I will never consider myself a fan of Ethan Klein, even though I used to find him funny. I still think he has his funny moments. He unabashedly ladder pulled and virtue signaled so that other people could get banned for the shit, and which is the opposite of how he became famous, which is so fucking disgusting to me. It's like, oh, you only care about this shit. You only care about it now because you're getting harassed, right? You're like, yes, the internet's on your side right now, but it's like, I don't think he's done virtue signaling, so eventually Ethan will be fucking back on the chopping block for being a dipshit like he always is. But like, these guys have just like virtue signaled too close to the sun. Like, Howard Stern isn't even relevant anymore because he just fucking sits there and glazes every fucking progressive issue and refuses to be edgy anymore. All these fucking guys were so cool, or like so pro censorship once they hit the top. Once they hit the top, they were like, oh yeah, well, everything I said was bad, and if you're that type of, like, if you make any edgy jokes, you should be kicked off the platform. Oh yeah, you're a bad guy. Don't look at my past catalog. You're gonna see a lot of fucking, like, angry spiked dildos in that area. You'll probably see me ripping the Quran in half a few times. Don't look at that. Just remember that right now, I'm the good guy. Right now, I'm the good guy. It's so fucking lame.
Charity event and everyone go support that. Literally anyone but Idubbbz. Now, Idubbbz talks about how he's so offended that people call him and his friends anti-Semitic.
I think the worst criticisms I labeled at Ethan is that he's a bad boss, a tyrant of a boss. I just implied that he was being taken advantage of by people either in his community or outside of his community, and I called him a bitch-made coward. Before Ethan even knew what my video was about, he was already framing me as anti-Semitic.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag, this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
I mean, was he wrong? If your company is literally these guys, I will also assume that you are anti-Semitic. I'm kind of tired of pretending that these guys aren't overtly racist. You disgusting freaks have taken this war in the Middle East, and instead of actually trying to support any victims or have any form of reasonable debate, you have used it to promote your own career. Make more—
Exactly, bro. This is exactly what I'm saying, dude. If these motherfuckers actually cared, like, Hasan wouldn't, like, be getting up on stage in $1,300 coats, bro. He'd be like up there with a fucking like $5 Ross jacket and give that other money he would have spent on the Gucci shit straight to Palestine. They don't care.
more money off your audience, harass people that barely disagree with you. Ethan is openly pro-Palestine and you still treat him like dirt. How can anybody support you when you endorse the CPS call to his kids, you endorse these racist tier lists, you endorse and partner with someone like Hasan who laughs at dead babies, calls them settlers,
which is wild, by the way. How the fuck can you justify babies dying because you call them baby settlers, bro? Like, this is my problem. This is why, like, I fucking don't, like, I just like making fun of these people. But, like, just to have the fact that you've had clips where you talk about, like, babies being valid military targets because baby settlers are a thing. You are a fucking nut job, bro. And anybody who, like, listens to you is, like, brain dead. They've been lobotomized. They only know one thing, and that's to suck as much of the man juices out of your penis as possible because they don't know how to function in real life.
He threatens to kill U.S.
while they give you every ounce of their paycheck when they're fucking 3 months behind on rent.
Senators, denies SA, denies grapes happening. For once in your life, stop fucking using this war as an excuse, all right? How does people dying on the other side of the world make it okay for your privileged dumbass in America to do horrible shit? What kind of stupid logic is this? You're not fooling anyone with your fake activist BS.
Fucking Pegasus is, dude, this champ, dude, right? More Pegasus, dude, is fucking cooking with this one, dude. He is fucking cooking. He's lighting these guys' ass hairs on fire and throwing them into a volcano, dude. This is fucking absolute brutality. This is some fucking fatality Mortal Kombat shit that we're witnessing right now.
Want to know the bitter truth? Palestinians probably hate your guts for completely hijacking the movement and misrepresenting them and making them look horrible. You, Hasan, Denims, and Frogan have probably turned more people away from the cause than anybody on the internet. Then Idubbbz talks about the CPS call.
You were triggered by the CPS harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous, and it was horrendous for us.
Oh my god, Ethan, you're such a snowflake. Did you get triggered by the CPS call, Ethan? Oh my god, you're such a little whiny snowflake. Hey, Ethan, I know that people literally called CPS on your kids and did the most insane harassment you have ever experienced in your 10 years.
Not to mention, they also sent fucking skulls to his house. So, like, I love, and also, I think it was Papa Gut who proved the timeline was that Idubbbz put here was just completely fucking wrong.
On YouTube, sent you human skulls in the mail, which may or may not imply your 2 kids. But me, Idubbbz, I'm actually friends with the guys who support that, actually. I totally approve, actually. I can't believe you'd be triggered by that, Ethan. Why would you be triggered that people can't...
Dude, again, this is all using the tactics of, like, let's fuck up the timeline, let's smear the guy and make him look unhinged. Let's make him look unhinged. Oh, he's overreacting to this whole thing. Harassment happens sometimes. I condemn that, but, like, we're content creators. You should be, nobody should expect this. No person should have to deal with that. Like, that's what's crazy about this. These fucking people that, like, what they do is they rip their own pubes off, tie them together, and floss their own teeth with it, and then they call themselves actual intellectuals, are the worst people on the internet.
After your children, are you like a protective father or something? What? Dude, what am I watching? I don't even like Ethan. I think politics is very cringe and it makes people very stupid. But
and again, dude, like, I would say like 70% of Ethan annoys the shit out of me, or what? Well, so 60%. Every once in a while, he comes out with a banger joke, bro. Every once in a while, old Ethan slips in, like funny Ethan pops in, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, he's coming back. And I think for me, what like this accompanied jumps into is I don't think anybody like hates. Everybody hates what Ethan Klein and Idubbbz and all these fucking idiots became, but I think there's still a part of everybody that, like, has those memories of watching, like, Vape Nation, all this other shit of these guys, and wants them to go back to their roots and to stop being fucking unentertaining. And the whole best part of this whole situation is the fact that Ethan saw the bullshit and is kind of being entertaining with the whole aspect and making them look like assholes. And if Ethan Klein's dumbass can make them look like assholes, anybody can.
I am so angry for him and the people he's dealing with. These are some of the most unreasonable D-bags I've ever seen on the internet. Idubbbz, if you're watching this, you are not behaving normally. This is completely insane sociopathic behavior. I don't know if this is your wife controlling you, or you acting on your free will, or your friends puppeting you, but this is beyond pathetic, man. You need to get some serious help. And I don't think you have the room to lecture anybody about anything after you reduced a CPS call to Ethan getting triggered. I mean, you've pretty much lost the respect of every single person in the commentary community. You used to be so respected, and now you're just like another lobotomized Hasan fan. Anyways, now Idubbbz says the line. He says he was just being empathetic, guys. This was all a show of his empathy.
What's very insane about this content cop is I was thinking about Ethan's feelings so much in that video.
Oh my God.
I thought about the idea of like how I shouldn't be saying the term.
I had to burp. I had to fucking get the fucking gas out of my stomach. Otherwise, I would have thrown up from how disgusting that phrasing is, dude. I made the content cop on my friend Ethan, basically saying he was a schizo because I'm an empathetic person, and I also omitted all the reasons that kind of made him go schizo and used all the clips from when he was having a breakdown from the harassment hitting its all-time peak because I'm an empathetic human. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Go back. Go fucking harass the Seattle whatever Seattle does lobotomy or psychology or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Go show up on his front porch and cry again, you fucking little bitch.
Term Zionist or Zionism in that video, because I was like, he has explained before that that's personally insulting to him and he doesn't like that. You know, regardless of how true it is, I was like, I'm going to think about Ethan's feelings and not mention this. Fast forward to him reacting to my video, he's just outright calling me a fucking Nazi.
Is it a coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this video?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude, Ethan's being mad petty over this shit, which for me is hilarious because for me, I was instantly gonna make jokes about him being a skinhead with the Nazi sword. Not that I think that he, like, actively wants, like, to be a Nazi, just because I think it's fucking funny. But, like, the fact that this became such a talking point of the debate and everything else, I mean, the optics looked fucking atrocious. The optics look so fucking bad that you're making this video on a guy claiming that he's hallucinating anti-Semitism while holding a fucking sword. It might be a manji, but I dare any motherfucker to go and get a manji shirt and go out in public, bro. To do a 24-hour live stream with a manji on your fucking chest and have people tell you it's not a swastika. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It was bad optically. In this picture, there's 3 motherfucking swords you could have chosen from that aren't the one with the swastika hilt. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's so funny, dude.
And he's holding a swastika one. I mean, we can free Palestine without being a Nazi.
I mean, don't you guys literally call Ethan racist 24/7? Literally yesterday in the H3H3 Hasan debate, Hasan is screaming at Ethan, losing his mind, calling him a racist piece of shit.
Well, and the thing about this is he wasn't even like Ethan was just like general. He was doing a little bit of generalizing, but he wasn't actually being racist in the context of what he was saying. And Hasan just spurred out because he was making a little bit of sense. Now I do think by giving the entire history of Israel, he was doing a little bit of sweeping there, like on the fact that utilizing the fact that it was Hasan could then utilize like another atrocity that happened that, oh, you think that makes this atrocity okay, which he was trying to do. But I understand that he was trying to set up like a series of events to show that it's all not one-sided. Again, I don't fucking care about any of this. I don't care about any of this. It all looks stupid. But the fact that Hasan used it as a moment to just like turn it into racism when it wasn't that makes as much sense as Ethan using the swastika sword thing. I think that it's just a perfect analogy of the whole situation.
You racist piece of shit!
Oh wow, apparently it's not fun when people do it back to you, huh? And honestly, I don't blame Ethan for thinking this. The way you guys act, it's like you're the modern day cringe internet version of Nazis. Also, I love this empathy shtick he's got going on. I was thinking of Ethan, guys. I'm just such a nice guy. You guys just don't understand. Idubbbz was being empathetic in that video when he was lying to 7 million people and smearing his name and leaving out context and manipulating people and bringing together his worst enemies and flipping him him off. That was empathetic, man.
But remember, guys, they use that sword over the other ones because the other ones are so heavy. The other swords are too heavy, and we wanted the lighter one. It just happened to have a swastika on the hilt. I know, but it's from Bleach. Well, have you watched Bleach? No, I haven't watched Bleach, but the other swords are heavy.
The amount of insane gaslighting. My brain is exploding, and I'm not even Ethan, bro. He probably popped a blood vessel watching this.
I'm done being nice to Ethan. I gave it a chance. My sincerity and my empathy in that last video was real. I was even equating to him having crash out moments in the same way that Denims could have crash out moments. I think we're all capable of it.
That was nice. That was you being nice. You making a hit piece video trying to ruin his life and career was nice. With friends like these, who honestly needs enemies? Also, Denims is another insane psychopath that this actual lobotomite can't stop promoting. Have you guys seen that show Severance, by the way? I feel like the real Idubbbz is trapped at home or something.
I haven't seen Severance. I don't have Apple TV, so I haven't seen Severance. I heard it's good, though.
We have this.
Let me know in the comments below if Severance is fucking good. Is it worth spending money on fucking Apple TV to watch Severance?
Version of Idubbbz whose brain is just infested with maggots. I'm just so confused what actually happened to the old Idubbbz. We might actually be in an episode of Severance. Then Idubbbz pulls like the most manipulative shit I've ever seen and somehow tries to justify the CPS call and says that it had nothing to do with the video.
The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video from Ethan and Hila is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
There's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me, and I didn't have any chance to defend myself? You just immediately, in the same podcast, right next to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic, and then you said, Ian and Anissa. And you linked those together, you kind of layered those flavors, and then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit saying, like, it happened because of the CPS call?
Ethan was talking about you not mentioning the CPS call in your content cop video, the one you uploaded 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, it's like, even if it doesn't have effect on you and Anissa's conversation where you want to stay out of it, where he was getting insane harassment and they were going after his kids, like, before that conversation that you and Anissa had. You still omitted it from every other example to try to make Ethan look unhinged. That was your goal. Get the fuck out of here with your empathy fucking, your empathy coping. You're fucking a little... Dude, he's such a little fucking cum goblin, bro. He's just looking for a pussy that's wet and they're all dry, bro.
Yo,
even his wife's, dude. Even his wife's pussy's dry unless Hasan's fucking him in the ass. That's the only time she gets wet.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about here. You talked about Ethan crashing out the entire video and didn't mention that he's understandably rattled because CPS was called on his kids. Also, did you guys notice he's doing the exact same shit Hasan is doing? I had nothing to do with the CPS call, guys, but also I have no problem with it, and I'm best friends with Hasan, Denims, Frogan, and Bad Empanada, and everybody who led to the CPS call, actually. And then later he even says Ethan deserved the CPS call. So let's not act like you don't completely agree with the call, you absolute gaslighting mother flipper. Then Idubbbz proceeds to defend Denims. I mean, he's so far gone.
Is on her platform right now advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective Services.
The problem with this CPS thing is that Ethan has proven to be a manipulative piece of shit. So when he calls on me to defend him,
I'm Greg.
Dude, I love that he said he got. This is so gross that he's like, he's proven to be a manipulative piece of shit. By the way, have you seen my content cop where I'm a manipulative piece of shit?
what the f am I meant to do?
Ah, yes. Denims did not condone the CPS call, guys. Idubbbz, can you please plug your brain back into your socket there? Can you look at her actions rather than what she says? She was literally on stream talking about Ethan's kids eating dog shit days before the CPS call.
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some f***ing responsibility. It's just so bizarre that Ethan would expect Anissa and I to make a statement when Denims herself already made a statement about it and said that she does not condone calling CPS.
So we're talking about CPS. One, I don't condone. Two, I've never condoned it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this, because it doesn't exist. I've literally given Ethan Klein credit.
Dude, this is after everything had already hit the fucking fan so bad, and this was probably like hidden inside, like it's hidden inside of a 3-hour live stream. a 3 fucking hour live stream that like nobody's going to see. I hate when these fucking streamers do this. It's so easy to hit record. I hit my mic, so that's probably annoying. It's so easy to hit fucking record and stop being a little fucking clit slapper. Well, slapping clit's a good thing. It's hard to be a fucking pussy closer. It's hard to not be a pussy closer and to just do the right thing, slap some clit, hit record, and say, I disavow this. Do a fucking 5-minute video where you disavow these actions, post it up, big bright thumbnail, then you can pull the shit away. But hiding it inside of a fucking 3-hour live stream, get the fuck out of here.
On multiple times or multiple instances, and I will do it again right now, for not showing photos of his kids.
Wasn't Denims the person who said it doesn't matter if you call CPS because kids don't form memories at the age of 3 and they actually can't have any trauma at the age of 3? And then didn't she directly read evidence that contradicts what she said and still said that, oh, kids still can't form memories at the age of 3? Idubbbz is doing this thing where he will believe every word that any of his friends ever say without looking at their actions. And people like Denims will always gaslight you like this, say they care about you while actively stabbing you in the back. Hasan does the same shit, and so do you, Idubbbz. When you say something, I don't freaking believe it because I look at your actions. You probably say shit like, I don't condone harassment on Ethan. I care about Ethan. I have empathy. Meanwhile, you make this video trying to...
Are you okay, the squiggly wiggly? Am I not giving you enough attention? How about if I do this? That's a happy baby. Somebody's just a little sleepy, huh? Somebody needs a nappy poo.
Ruin his life and partner with people who want his kids taken away. Your actions reveal your true character. Never trust people's words. Then Idubbbz tries to pretend that he was never good friends with Ethan.
Ethan acts like we're such great friends and that...
This was such a fucking weird segment because he doesn't actually prove anything. He just shows that they're not friends now, which again, he's layering shit in speech. He'll say something and then show something that's completely misleading. And this is where this whole video was like blatant manipulation, which is just so funny and contextualizing it with the fact that he calls Ethan a manipulator.
Like he
and again, I don't want to be the guy that's like fucking like sweeping or doing anything for fucking Ethan. Ethan has done enough to be made fun of for the rest of fucking time. I mean, the other day, Ethan talked about how he's honest because of this whole shit. He's like, well, the reason I'm getting so many people on my side is because I'm honest. Motherfucker, you tried to rug pull Steven Crowder in a debate to get Sam Sneeder to debate him. Like, get the fuck out of here. That is like the most dishonest, disingenuous thing you've ever done. And I'm not saying like I'm a big Steven Crowder guy. I'm saying that it's fucking cringe that you did that. Like Ethan has done so much shit that like is worthy of criticism, that he's gotten criticism for, but this time it's like he is the fucking winner in this right now, dude. You guys have like hive-minded up, and he's seen the hive mind. He's like looked past what's going on. He stepped slightly out of line, and you guys went absolute fucking Spurg mode.
Such intimate moments with me, but it's all horseshit. He's lying. Like the whole thing is a lie. He's manipulating his audience. We did not have a close relationship.
You guys were buddies for a long time.
He texted me like one time like, hey dude, we should talk this out. And I was like, I don't feel like having this conversation right now. That's it. So Ian kept trying to get me on the phone or text with me. And I told him, dude, honestly, I don't feel like having this conversation right now.
Okay.
Fair, right? I just didn't want to do it. Okay?
Just in that particular moment, and then or like at all?
Well, it turns out I didn't want to talk to him at all.
Okay.
If the relationship was that close, you would have talked to me on the phone.
Hasn't Idubbbz referred to Ethan as his best friend and collabed in multiple videos across the years?
Dude, so much. Like, what's funny is if you look at the H3 Productions channel, like the third video down is an Idubbbz Ethan video. They like constantly collab so much that there's, it's so fucked that they would do this. Like, you're not gonna go to their channel. Like, his channel has more collabing with Hasan than Idubbbz ever did. It's so fucking cringe.
appeared on podcasts together, had a good time together, invited him in his home as well. They explicitly stated that they were good friends. Idubbbz trying his absolute best to rewrite history here. And of course, Ethan doesn't want to talk to you now. Now, obviously, you guys are not friends. Now, obviously, he doesn't like you. And in any recent events, obviously, he doesn't like you and he would hate your guts. So, no, you don't deserve a second chance. And just because he didn't talk to you doesn't mean you weren't friends in the past. And honestly, if you were like my best friend ever and you pulled the shit you did to Ethan, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you either. You are no longer a friend. I'm just gonna assume you.
Bro, it would have been so simple after like 2 years of harassment and watching one of your previous editors just going after their kids to disavow that person. Like, to get ahead of it before any of this happens, that's where the accountability can land. Is Idubbbz full-heartedly could have, like, looked at the people that his wife wants to be pegging him in the asshole. His wife wants to be sitting in the cuck chair watching him get ass-fucked. And he could have said, you know, maybe we shouldn't let these guys ass-fuck me, and maybe we should say something to support our friends.
Kidnapped by aliens and turned into somebody else. You're a pathetic husk of a man controlled by his OnlyFans wife and scummy political reject friends. Nobody respects you.
I'm sure there's anti-Semitic people that are attacking you guys, but they're not me. They're not Anissa. It's not Hasan. It's not all of these other creators that you're attacking.
Yeah, that's just a lie. It is exactly those people. If you look at what Hasan says and don't think he's anti-Semitic, you have completely lost your mind. Hasan has literally gone on stream and said that you should not yield when talking about supporting Hamas, not Palestine. He's talking about the terrorist group that literally kills Palestinians when they protest. The terrorist group, whose entire foundation lies on the fact that they want death to all Jays.
Come to you and say, oh, I guess you love Hamas then. And in that moment, you can't fucking yield, okay?
Hasan has also said that if you've ever had any positive feelings about the state of Israel ever in your entire life ever, you should be treated like a neo-Nazi, ran off the streets, and not even be able to be—
Bro, at this point, Hasan just is like, if you like Jewish people, you're the fucking problem. Hamas is bae.
The local dog walker. So he's not talking about now. He's talking about ever in your life ever.
Ew, gross. You were born Jewish? Ugh. Dude, I'm gonna report you to Hamas because they're my bestest friends.
Which is basically every Jew. So that is like straight up anti-Semitic, bro.
You shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as
Again, this is the type of shit I support, is making fun of these fucking idiots. I don't want them deplatformed or whatever. I mean, yes, it is considered illegal to like support terrorism and like show terrorist propaganda, but like I don't know if it's that illegal or what the fucking ramifications is on that. I do know that I saw the little thing from the Schmigel Bigelborg, not even, he was in a Schmigel, like the Giggity Schmoodle man, WestJet showed the actual like legal ramifications, but like I don't know if like if he should like be like fucking thrown in jail or anything by breaking the law. I think at that point these platforms should at least uphold the law to a minor degree.
Felix was posting, if they've ever...
Again, I don't want Hasan like kicked off the platform though. I think that sends a bad message. I think this is the problem with like a lot of these like channels and stuff, is they're like, oh, this guy should be kicked off. They're the worst. They need to be deplatformed. I'm like, no, dude. I hate deplatformization. I hate any attacks on free speech. Let them say their retardation and let us make the fucking fun of them. Let me call them cum goblins. Let me talk about how Hasan like groups all of his all these idiots in one room and just feeds them gaslighting, and so that they're drooling fucking like living in their mom's basement asses can wish for socialism and the end of all Jews together. Like, let them all be retards together, and let's make fun of them as a society, right?
Exhibited any sort of like positive feelings about the state of Israel. I'm so serious about this.
I hope you enjoy partnering with literally the most radical nutjob on the internet, who actually just said on stream today that he's afraid that he's going to go to jail because of his open terrorist support.
They support Hamas, a
I might literally be going to jail
on their hands.
Then he defends Frogan for some reason.
You're not the biggest victim on the internet, Ethan. There are a lot of people that you've just bullied, and they have nothing to gain out of it. Frogan isn't making a bag from this. She's not getting content out of this.
I mean, yes, she is. She literally stream every one of these little cocksuckers. The moment you hit live, the moment you hit your video live, we're on their streams in a it was like a whole correlated effort for all of them to watch the exact same stream at the exact same time. And while they reiterated the exact exact same fucking talking points because you guys are all in a little fucking hive mind. This is cult behavior. It was such a cult reaction, bro. It was insane.
Attacking her in relentless ways and endorsing so much worse harassment than what even you send her way.
Yes, calling someone circumferentially blessed is the same as having CPS called on your kids. Good job, Idubbbz. You learned empathy. Congratulations. Now, Idubbbz also tries to say that the dislikes on the video are fake and conveniently gives no screenshots.
Yeah, dude, this is so funny. And I've actually proved this wrong in the Idubbbz video I made. Let's do this one more time. We're gonna do this one more time. Every time I post a video, it turns into a Hasan meetup in my comments, right? And I get just lambasted. But here is what it looks like on my, with the dislike shit on, right? It says I only have 22 dislikes. According to the dislike or the dislike thing, my video is much more loved than what my actual thing is. So 58 people saw the title, like commented that Ethan's unhinged in my fucking video. So I got like a lot of I have more dislikes than I have likes on my Ethan Klein 100% destroys Hasan video, right? Which again, I just see this as pushing me further in the algorithm, getting me closer to monetization. I don't care how mad I make Hasan fans. I really don't need them to be my fans anyway. So when I see him spurg out, I think it's hilarious. But with the dislike whatever this fucking dislike, bring the dislike button thing back, it actually shows I got less dislikes. So this is what I mean. It's so easy. It's so easy to pull these up side by side like this and show what the actual interpretation is, right? It's not fucking hard to do. And the fact that he put a blurry screenshot of a 62% when people on the internet were calling him a cuck because his wife has an OnlyFans page and likes to show how far her pussy can spread, you showed that percentage, but you weren't willing to show the percentage and the amount of dislikes on your fucking content cop, which to me is sussy fucking wussy when I'm here showing that I'm getting fucking ratioed by the Hasan dipshits and then showing how the dislike fucking extension makes it look like I'm actually doing better, right? So by this logic, the dislike feature might show that you have more, or should show that you have more likes. If we're just using this as a one-to-one comparison, which I'm not, I'm saying that it is inaccurate, but show us how accurate it is if you're here to actually be upfront and honest and not trying to be manipulative. But you're trying to manipulate people into buying into your bullshit narratives without showing proof, which is this entire thing has been Idubbbz and Hasan refusing to fucking back up anything they're saying and just being fucking cum falcons and spreading their aids across all the dipshits they possibly can muster, because he knows that the Hasan groupies are going to believe them because they're used to not getting any evidence to back it up.
Because I know that a lot of these fuckers, they love their dislike button extensions. And I saw that shit and I was like, what the f? These are all like fabricated numbers.
What the fuck? These are all fabricated. And again, I showed that it is inaccurate, but you could show the same accuracy. You could show the dissonance between the two. It's so easy to prove that it's prove what the fuck is actually there. It's so easy, but you don't want to look like you're getting clowned on because you want to keep the narrative alive that your video was universally loved because you did such a great job in all your research and all of your fact checking, which you did none of.
The like-dislike ratio was like 80-20 on my video, and then they tried to create a narrative of like, no, people actually hate this content cop, guys. It's actually so much worse.
This is the word, like, this just sounds like fucking sad cope. That's what it sounds like. It's just like people always say like cope. This is coping. He is coping right here, and like you can tell because he's like exaggerating it. Oh, they're like, oh, that's so crazy, dude. Oh, everybody hated it, bro. Not what I saw, dude. What's your actual numbers up? Do you want to see the numbers on the video where my wife, where people made fun of me because my wife shows her pussy online? We'll show you that one. That one I want to show you. But these other ones, no. I can't virtue signal about them. I can't play victim on those ones.
Like People were more upset with, like, my wife being on OnlyFans.
Ah, yes, let's show a screenshot of the dislikes on a video from 5 years ago, but not the dislikes of the current video. And you can just kind of read the comments here. My favorite line in the video is that he claims that the CPS call happened the same day he was making the video, so he didn't reference it. Meanwhile, he references a video that has the title clearly in it, indicating the CPS incident. If you're gonna lie, can you at least try? I love how Anissa's husband is allowed to post on her channel. I'm sure the Palestinians are extremely invested in this. I've discovered empathy. I've heard of psychopaths with more empathy than you. Now click this video or you become a puck like Idubbbz and you have to watch your wife's boyfriend in the bedroom.
Again, dude, I don't like the Idubbbz is a cuck narrative. I like that Anissa is a cuck and she likes watching Idubbbz get bent over by all these fucking weird brainlets. But this is Peak Slop. I am Peak Slop as well, so make sure to comment that I'm Peak Slop down below. Make sure to like give me as many likes as fucking possible, or dislikes. I really don't care. As long as I'm getting pushed in the YouTube algorithm, I'm a happy man, because I want to make so much money that I want to shower my penis in pieces of gold. I want them to put little lacerations on my dick as they're falling down.